Once you know who you are, you will go through your own route because we all have pattern, we all have our route. So I would not be going to the University of Lagos and then you are going to University of Benin and then I'm following you. So I have to follow my pattern by knowing who I am, what I want to be.
Welcome to the Purple Diaries, the Policy Innovation Center's podcast series that takes a deep dive into the conversations and dialogues that happened at the Gender and Inclusion Summit 2025. Over the course of this podcast series, I'll be sitting down with some really amazing individuals to talk about the future of sustainable development and really challenge the way that we see the world. So join the conversation, and if you like what you hear, leave us a comment, share, subscribe, and see you soon. Thank you.
So hello and welcome to the Purple Diaries podcast.
Thank you, my pleasure.
So can you introduce yourself for our viewers to get to know you?
My name is Prudent Gabriel Okopi. I'm a fashion designer and the owner of Prudential Fashion Academy, Prudential Styling, the Prudent Gabriel Ready to Wear, and Prudential Kids.
Okay, so my first question, and you've probably heard this a lot, but I can't help asking. Okay. Why modesty?
Why modesty?
Why focus on modesty?
Because I don't want people to be attracted to me because of what they can already see. So when I walk, I want you to focus on who I am. You should be able to come close to know who I am, not to see me from afar.
And judge you, probably.
And judge me.
And misjudge you more like, right?
So I just love to be covered up. I feel it's a self determination. It gives me confidence and it makes me feel special in a type of way, knowing that, okay, I can actually just walk through where people are and they will not have so much to judge about me. Of course, people will talk about you, she's this, she's that. Yeah. But I still put it in a way whereby I can motivate other people to see that you don't have to expose yourself to be beautiful. You are beautiful even when you are covered.
Okay, so let me just say this because you were very humble with that introduction. You're a very accomplished woman. I'm going to toot your horn since you didn't toot it for yourself. And so usually when I see women like you, right, I always think to myself, how do you do it all? You know, because women are multidimensional people. Mm-hmm. There's so much going on in your life, but somehow, you know, you manage to hold it together and just do it so well. So what's your secret besides the grace of God? Because I know you're going to say God's grace, right?
It has to be part of it.
But besides the grace, we all have the grace of God. Mm-hmm. Besides the grace of God, how do you do it?
I think determination, knowing, finding yourself. Once you know who you are, you will go through your own route because we all have pattern, we all have our route. So I would not be going to the University of Lagos and then you are going to University of Benin and then I'm following you. So I have to follow my pattern by knowing who I am, what I want to be, what I really want, who I want to become in the future, and then push and be consistent. You know, there are other distractions in life when you're passing through your process. There will be time where something you want would flash and you think that's really what you want, but actually that's not what you want. But by the time you remember who you are and what you want, even when people give you teacup, you will know the size of the teacup that fits what you want. So consistency, I'm very consistent. I'm not distracted. I'm very focused. So when I want something, even when it's not working at that time, I'm still happy. But once I get it, I hold it and I don't allow it fall from my hand. So it doesn't mean that everything is easy. It's never easy. But through that time, anywhere you find yourself, you just have to embrace it and be happy because I embraced my failure. I failed so many times and I'm happy to share the story that, actually I failed, but today I achieved it. So failure is part of my story and being focused, determined, and not giving up.
Okay. I'm curious. You said you failed many times.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing?
When I say I failed, I'm talking about maybe I'm trying to do something. I applied for a job, I didn't get it. I tried to study medicine. I couldn't because I could not afford it at that time. I couldn't even afford form for JAM. What about making dresses? Sometimes people give me outfits, I can't make it, and then they be like, oh, I'll never come back to you. I know I failed, but when you leave, I'll have to keep trying that particular outfit until I get it. And then I also try to take a break from some things that maybe will bring me down, find the reason why I have complaint from this area. So failure is part of my journey. And I'm happy that
I kind of disagree with you. Because look at you now. Hello.
It's part of...
And then you know how people say you fail when you stop, but you kept pushing.
Yeah, I kept pushing.
That was a learning.
Yeah, because why will I stop?
That failure. I wouldn't call that failure. I would call that a lesson.
It's a lesson, but you failed to try again. Yeah, if that worked, you wouldn't have tried again. So because you missed it, you had to try again. Just like footballers, they didn't stop when they did not win. They keep playing until they win.
Okay, thank you. It's
welcome.
Encouraging, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
What would you say to your 15-year-old self?
My 50-year-old
if
self.
you could go back in time?
15 years.
Well, okay, so 15 years back, right?
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and talk to that young lady, what would you say to her?
Because, like I said, I was a focused person. I would just tell myself to continue to be focused and not be distracted. My story is because I was in the village. I was in an environment where I had opportunities that were not what I want. You can call it opportunity because at that time when I was a teenager, people would come and be like, oh, I want you see one old man, tell my mom I want to marry her, I want to marry your daughter. And to other people would be like, this man, if he had even come to my daughter would have accepted. Why are you doing that? But because that was not what I wanted, I told myself that I must be successful before I step into any home.
So your definition of success was different.
So I needed to define what I wanted, just like marriage, for example. I know that's not the topic. Before I could say yes to my husband, I needed to know, why am I getting married? Is it because everybody's getting married? So I don't do things because people are doing it. I do it because I could define it and understand it better before I step into it. So I'll tell my younger self to be very focused and not be distracted, because those things that sometimes come like opportunities and not opportunities, sometimes things will flash and it will look like what you want, but because it doesn't look like what you want, just keep going for the one that you want. And then respect yourself. Also love people. Share the little you have. If you cannot give people 100 naira out of 1,000, you cannot give 1 million out of 100 million.
That is deep.
So love people, be kind, and then also love your family, then be very prayerful and focused. So
I know I said that was my last question, but you said something.
that will make you ask another question. Okay.
So I lied.
All right. No problem. It's fine.
You said respect yourself.
Yeah.
And my mind went ding. When you say that, what do you mean? Because it's deep.
Respect yourself is when people are talking and then you are not invited to say something. Don't say a word. Sometimes we listen to people and we feel like we want to contribute. When you're not invited, do not go. Respect yourself. Respect yourself even in your family. When there are issues, maybe your mom and your uncle are having issues, you don't have to come out and then support your mom in public. You can just you don't have to disrespect the other person, maybe there, or put more fire. You know the way you say you are putting more fuel. So you respect yourself, because if you respect yourself, people will not talk to you anyhow. It will be very difficult for somebody to come to your house, knock, and start fighting you if you didn't do anything to them outside. So respecting yourself is just all around. You just have to mind your business, your space, love people, and then respect. With respect to
so have your own boundaries, know other people's boundaries, and respect those boundaries.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Study people and know what they like. If they don't like it, don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.